Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, February 5th. It is 6:22 right now. Market's going to open in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple of things here to update, and we should be good to go. All right, looks good. Last thing. And it looks like we are good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here on the daily chart. So let me zoom out real quick. That level right there. Color that blue. There, 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 there. Go down to the 8-hour. There. Going down to the 4-hour. Down to the 2-hour. Going down to the 1-hour. Down to the 30-minute. And I'll color this red. Down to the 15-minute. Down to the 10-minute. And looks like we're good to go. All right, guys, good morning, everybody. I just marked up liquidity over here. Closest level of liquidity down below is going to be at 38,635, and the closest level above is going to be at 38,797. So there goes liquidity right there. I'm going to go over to our clean chart, mark up 630. Go over to 8 o'clock. Go on the 4-hour real quick, see if there's any structure here. Same structure from last week, it looks like. Lower structures down here. I'm going to go down to the 1-hour. All right, so price is pretty much ranging right now. Let's go back to the 1-minute. So price is pretty much ranging between the 4-hour resistance level up here and the 1-hour support level down here. So we'll see what happens when the market opens. Pretty much we have zones right there marked up so that you guys can see. And obviously this is our clean chart. So I got that marked up for you guys right there so you guys can see structure. Hey, Barack, morning. Morning, David. Morning, Maddie. Morning, Funme. Morning, Stern. Morning, Daniel. Morning, iPhone. Morning, Nick. Morning, Shannon. Morning, everybody. Morning, Johnny. Morning, Hawk. All right, guys, so we have everything pretty much marked up so far. Let me check the calendar real quick if there was news this morning. I believe there was. So there was news at 6:10. It was low impact news. I'll mark that up over here. So we had news over here at 6:10, which is low impact. right there. I'll color that pink. We have more news at 6:45 and then news at 7. So we have high impact news at 6:45 and then news at 7 o'clock. So news at 6:45, 7. All right, I'm hoping the PRB entry happens before news because that could be something that could highly affect our entry. So 6:45 and 7 o'clock is what we'll be looking for. So guys, today's the first day of the 3-month mentorship from February up until May. So if you guys sat in on the orientation yesterday, as I mentioned with you guys, if you guys just want to take the PRV entry, you can take that. Just take 1 entry a day, sit on the live, and then just help it build your trade psychology, right? I think that's the key thing, because I think it's going to make a big difference if you're able to just take 1 trade and then see a bunch of other trades and not take them, right? I think the PRV is a good entry to take because the risk to reward is perfect. It's a 1-to-1 for a scalping entry. Plus, when you take entries, you'll be able to really track this 1 trade and see your progress from there. So it's up to you guys, however you guys want to take it. But again, we'll be looking at 3 official strategies during this mentorship. We'll be looking at the V1 variation with confluence, the breakout V3 continuation with confluence, and the PRB entry, which is, I think, everyone's main focus for the most part. So market is about to open in about 1 minute. And because we have news coming up right here at 6:45, if I do take the PRB entry, I will probably be exiting early once it hits, if it gets too close to news time. So just be smart about it, guys. Don't try to force any trades here. Just try to get in and out quickly if you can. And we'll see what happens here when the market opens. So market is about to open. As you guys can see, closest level of liquidity is above here. The next level for structure is going to be up here at the 4-hour resistance. And we'll see what happens here. So market is about to open in about 10 seconds. I'll keep it on the PRB chart over here. It looks like we're probably going to be looking for a buy. All right, so we don't have the bullish trend yet. But if this candle keeps pushing up higher, then we possibly will be getting that bullish trend. We don't have it yet, but our main focus right now is the pivots. We want to make sure the level 4 pivot crosses below all the other pivots. Once that happens, then we can start looking for the first setup, which would be the push to the upside. We'll look for the space, and then we'll look for retracement and continuation. So we don't have the trend yet. So market is now open, but we do not have the trend yet. I'm going to mark up opening price right here. All right, so price is kind of bouncing around, so it's not really a big deal at the moment. I'm going to go and mark up opening price on the charts. We'll come back to it. All right, so if this is the case, price might just swing down and we might have a sell for the PRB entry. Very unusual for Monday, right? It's typically bullish on Monday. Yeah, huge spikes back and forth. So liquidity right there just got hit, guys. If you guys took that first 2 levels of liquidity right here, they already got hit, went straight to full TP. So that first one right there, and the second one as well right there. There goes the first 2 levels of liquidity for those of you who apply the liquidity strategy. Mark that up before market open. All right, Maddie, we're going to be looking for a sell here. So it looks like we'll be looking for a sell for the PRB entry. We got the first criteria right there, Maddie. Looking for some space, and we're looking for the retracement and the continuation. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get the space on this candle right here. Yeah, there goes the space. So if you guys remember what I talked about yesterday in the orientation, well, doji right there, or maybe it might be happening later, but it looks like it's starting to set up right there. All right, there goes space. Now the retracement and the turnaround. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. All right, so we're just gonna look for price kind of retrace a little bit and turn back around to the downside. It's not there yet. We just gotta watch it because the volatility here is kind of high. ATR is currently at 20 right now. So I'll try to count down if I'm gonna be looking for entry here. It's not there yet. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. Me too. It's my preference. So not gonna be an entry here yet. I'm gonna retrace up a little bit or at least get a confirmation of the turnaround. So this would be the PRV entry, guys. It's not ready yet, but it is starting to set up here. All right, this might be the PRV entry, guys. I gotta wait and see how the candle closes. Watching for right here. All right, this candle closes red. It's gonna be a PRV entry.
Or
So I'm in the position already, guys.
order submitted.
It's running profit. Let's see, I gotta watch it here. I don't know if I got the best entry point. So if it hits, I'm probably have to close out manually. Just watching it right here. Much lower. It's about 15 points, so it's getting close to it. I just gotta watch it because I don't know if my entry was exactly where it should have been. We're just having a lot of back and forth movement here on open. We're getting close to news. Got the line marked up right there. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of a push. It's almost there. It's just a lot of wicks right there. All right, just gotta let it be. I was kind of waiting for it to come down and then see who had to close out early or not let close out on time because the whenever you enter a market, there's sometimes it's not going to enter exactly at like where you need it to be. But I mean, I'm close enough. It's just kind of sitting right there. See, Nick said you got a bad entry because of volatility, so you pulled out already. Let's see this. So price is currently below the 1 hour support level. Still kind of just bouncing around right here. Looks like it might hit or stop. Or not. Yeah, it's kind of a tricky entry because usually it should hit like right away. And right here you can see it's kind of just bouncing around. It's not really a good sign. I've seen it play out like this sometimes where it kind of just retraces back and then it comes right back down. It's just a little tricky where it's currently at. So I'm hoping we get like a pretty strong candle right here, and then it comes back down further. Like a strong red candle, and then it just continues dropping. Still in the position. It's coming right back to break even. All right, back in profit. There we go. It drops down lower. So really like the market today is kind of all over the place. Um, so I think I'm gonna close out of this. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna close out early, guys. I close out early for pretty decent profit right there. I just didn't like the way the market was moving here. You know, like I said, this is a very discretionary strategy. Came back down, got out for about half profit. So let's see how much profit I locked in on that trade. Should have held on to it, but it's all good. Typically, if it doesn't play out smoothly, I'm just going to pull out early, right? Because this is a breakout strategy. So it's supposed to hit right away. As soon as you get that entry point, it's supposed to go straight to your TP. And then it looks like, I mean, it's probably going to hit. It's just I didn't have the stomach to hold on to it for much longer because of this huge pullback right here. And as you see right here, it's probably going to come down fully. So again, there might be another criteria that, and there we go, full TP. I should have just held on to it. It's all good. I'm still happy with my profit. So my profit for the day I locked in, it was pretty mixed across all my accounts. I got a lot of slippage across pretty much every account. I'll show you guys what happened here. One of my accounts locked in like 600 profit. The other account locked in like 200. Every other account locked in $100. But full TP over here. Everyone should have made profit on that. The only reason you would have lost is if you got in late or if you got bad, yeah, if you got bad entry or, well, I mean, even so, I think it was still like 3 points away. So if you got entry like 3 points farther in, then, you know, probably you would have got really, really bad entry. But it seems like everybody who got bad entry, or for the most part, pulled out in time. So full TP on this trade here if you guys held on to it for the full move. It was getting too close to news right here, guys, so I had to pull out. Usually we don't have news here at 6:45, so if we didn't have news, I would have held on to it. But I just took the trade and I just pulled out early because there's just no reason for me to risk. So there goes the trade right there. I'll put a screenshot over here in my profits. If you guys want to share your profits, feel free. Yeah, the slippage on my exit right there was pretty bad. Take a screenshot of my accounts. The good thing is that I made profit on the trade on all my accounts. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is that it wasn't what I was expecting. So it's all good. All right, let me put this in my Discord real quick. And you guys will see there's a lot of slippage. All right, so back to our official entries over here. And I was okay with it hitting a stop loss. If it needed to hit stop loss, it would hit stop loss. That would have been the first loss in like a whole month, which go figure, you know, it's a pretty good win rate. So looking over here on my Discord, here's all of my Apex accounts. You guys can see the slippage was crazy. I don't know what happened here, but for whatever reason, my exit like kind of screwed me. It pulled back on like a lot of the accounts, but for the most part, this one over here locked in 600. So for the most part, I locked in for total across 8 of my Apex accounts, locked in 180 plus 120 plus 120 plus 120 plus 120 plus 600 plus 120 plus 120. I locked in 1,500 off my Apex accounts. So not bad. I mean, profit's profit. I was expecting to make at least 1,500 per account, but I only made 1,500 total, which is all good. Profit's profit. And again, we'll continue to test the strategy further. Yeah, I know, right? Randy, wild slippage right there. One account gave me 600, while everything else gave me like 100, 200. It's all good. It happens. See, Tony's asking, do you see that slippage often? Not really. That was like maybe the first time I've seen it. If you guys look at my profits from last week, the slippage was in my favor last week. So last week, I was supposed to make 1,500. I made 1,700. It worked in my favor. And then the day before that, I made 1,500 per account. So the slippage isn't really an issue. I think it was just today for like that specific trade. Because every time usually slippage works in my favor or it's like just at where it's supposed to be. So today's the first day I ever really had real slippage like this on Apex. As you guys can see, the candles were spiking back and forth though. So, you know, I don't think that the slippage was really something we could have avoided because the candles are moving so fast. And then I exited at market. So if I exited at my TP and I just dragged my TP a little bit higher, it probably would have given me better profit. But I just exited market because there was no reason for me to force anything, right? I was okay. I'll take the trade and I'll take the profit and I'll leave it at that. So I don't really see slippage that often. That was the first time I've ever seen slippage like that. All right, guys, I will see you guys. Well, for you guys, part of the mentoring session, I'll see you guys after this live session. If you guys are going to log off for now, if you guys want to stay on and continue watching the live session, feel free to sit on. I'm still going to be looking for more entries here, but if you guys are only planning on taking the PRB entry for the mentorship, then, you know, I would just close out your NinjaTrader, your TraderBait, just watch on live and continue following along. But all right, nice work. So Rashida's halfway through her other eval. She just passed her Apex, her first ones. Andrew just passed his Apex. We got a bunch of people here who just passed their Apex today. Nice work, guys. Yeah, it looks like some people got stopped out of the trade and some people got in late. So it's all good. Ross is asking, does anybody know what happened to TFF? They're gone. Well, for the most part, I think they're gone. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's why we don't really use MC4 anymore, any of those funding companies. Because they're all gonna go through the same fate, right? I kind of warned you guys about this, like when I first started using Apex. The whole reason I moved over to Apex and TraderBait, because if you're trading in the US, you know, CFDs have been illegal for the longest time. So it was only a matter of time until they shut down those companies, at least for US clients. So I don't know what's up with TFF right now, but currently, you know, in their current state, I don't really see them recovering from it. So if you guys do have a TFF account, I'd probably go and report it to your credit card so you can get a refund. Because they're going to be just like MFF, where they're just not, the website's just, it's not functional, right? So if you guys look at my Forex funds, they've been non-functional for like months now, since like October. They're non-functional too for TFF, so, right? So what I'd recommend is get your money back as soon as possible if anybody can. I think typically for credit cards, it's usually like a 60-day maximum where you guys can report that. So yeah, it's unfortunate because I just started using the PRB entry. I had like I had a lot of profit on my TFFs, and unfortunately I'm not going to get that payout, it looks like. Yeah, my last trade on my TFFs right here. So I was up 10,000 for the day, 31,000 for the week for my TFFs. I don't think I'm gonna get that payout. So it's all good. It is what it is. We took the risk of trading with those companies. But I already made my money with them, so it's not like I'm really losing anything. I mean, I got payouts for months and months and months. So, it's fun while it lasted. All right, so there's no other entries here, guys. There's no V1 pattern here. So that's kind of the first thing we're looking for. In order for us to look for any official entries, we're looking for a V1 pattern because that's going to be the confluence for a reversal. So we're looking for a double wick or a double body off any high low. Currently, the trend here is bearish. So we're looking for price to swing up, provide a double body or double wick, establish structure right there. And then we're going to look for price to either come back up and provide an entry right here, or we're going to look for price to make a continuation and then take an entry down here. So we don't have that yet. So don't worry, you guys are not missing out on any trades right now. We're just pretty much waiting for the setup to come to us, which is not there yet. So once it comes up, then we'll look. But at the moment, we just don't have anything here yet. Tony's asking, do you think it's a trade copier? I don't think so. I mean, maybe it could be, but I don't think so. I think, well, it might be the trade copier because the execution times, they're not always going to be exact. But I don't think the trade copier causes that much slippage. It's because of the blocky candles and the big back and forth movement from this morning. Tony's asking, do you think all prop firms will be gone? No, I don't think Apex will be gone, not for US, because Apex uses the futures market. The futures market is regulated in the US and it's allowed. CFDs aren't allowed. So basically any funding company that trades CFDs, that they're going to get shut down at some point, at least for US clients, because CFDs they're not allowed. So anybody who's trading US30, NASDAQ, S&P, probably gold, they're probably gonna get shut down. If they're trading, you can trade YM. So YM is what we trade. This is what's allowed in the US. US30 is not allowed. So if you type in US30, you can see that all these brokers here don't work for US clients, except for ACAP, which is probably gonna get shut down too. Or they're just not gonna, they're not gonna accept any US clients. Everything here with US30 is not allowed for US clients. If you want to trade US30, you have to trade YM, which is the future, or you have to trade MYM, which is the mini or the micro. So yeah, I mean, if you have any money with those other funding companies, I'd recommend getting your withdrawals as soon as possible, because it's all the big names have already fell, right? FTMO is not accepting US clients, MFF's pretty much gone, TFF is about to be gone. Yeah, anything that provides, and if you read the TFF website, so just read this paragraph down here. It says, worst case scenario occurs, we might have to migrate to another broker server. We will face issues with the offered symbols discrepancies. So right here, they say we will face issue with the offered symbol discrepancies because they can't offer US30 to US clients. Like this is they're already telling you right here, they're not gonna offer US30, NASDAQ, or S&P because you can't trade CFDs. You have to trade the futures if you're in the US. So yeah, I don't think they're going to be gone forever, but if you want to use one that's regulated in the US if you're in the US. So you want to use Apex. So if you guys want to use Apex, there's the discount still going on right now. Let me see if my code is still working. It should be. So I'll give you guys the code again if you guys want to sign up, because it's really cheap right now. It's super cheap. Like it almost makes no sense not to do it. So you have one day to get 71% off. So if you want to sign up for Apex, normally it's like 300, I think. For 150K account, yeah, it's 317. If you use this code here, here, I'll just put the link over here. If you guys use that code, then you get 71% off. So it's like 90 bucks for 150K account, which is super, super cheap. And make sure you guys do the Tradeovate, not the Rhythmic, unless you use Rhythmic. That's kind of where people kind of screw up too. Dijon's asking, the Tradeovate have a trade copier? Yes, they do. So they have a built-in trade copier, but they don't let you put automatic TP stop losses. If you want to use a trade copier, like I do, like the one that I'm currently using, you have to use NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader owns Tradeovate. So I don't think a lot of you guys realize that, but NinjaTrader owns Tradeovate, so it's supposed to work because they're like lined up. But if you trade on Tradeovate, you have to just enter and exit manually. So you have to enter manually, exit manually. But if you're using NinjaTrader like me, you can use this copier, which is on NinjaTrader, it's called Replicon. So you have to pay for it. It's a one-time fee, and you can just copy all your accounts. So you can have a maximum of 20 accounts. I'm trying to get 20 150K accounts. Currently, I have 8 accounts. So like basically, whenever I make a profit, 1,500 times 8, this is how much I'm looking to make per trade or per art PRB entry, about 12,000 with 8 accounts. So once I have 20 accounts and I do 1,500 times 12, 18,000, which is pretty solid. Or sorry, I did the math wrong. 1,500 times 20, so 30,000, which would be possible. The thing with Apex is that they have random sales going on. So right now it's currently 71% off. I'm waiting for a bigger sale because typically it goes between like 50 to 71 to 80 to 90%. So once it gets to 90%, I'll buy like 10 more accounts because that's super cheap. It's gonna be like $40 or less than $40 per 150K account. And I'll try to pass those within the month so I don't get paid that monthly fee, and then hopefully funded by them. So that's the plan. See, Lucas said, sorry to bother you during the live. Lucas, I'll get that for you after. I can't do it right now while we're on the live session. So send me your username. Yeah, I mean, it should be working, but send me your username, Lucas, and then if you can send it to me on Discord, that'd probably be the easiest way. So I can actually get it in my messages. Send it to me through the messages, and then once we get off this live session, I'll update your access. Or if we have some downtime right here, I can just update your access as well. You should have it though. Here, let me just, I'll check myself right now on my other chart. I'll just put on my MT4 chart because we're not trading MT4 anyways. So I might be able to help you right now, Lucas. Don't worry, guys, there's no entries for us at the moment. Price is pretty much going sideways. If you look over here on our clean chart, it's currently below the 1-hour support level. Let me go over here real quick and see if I can draw a structure down below. Okay, so we have some structure right here. This is going to be the 1-minute support. So price is pretty much ranging between the 1-hour support and the 1-minute support level. If price continues to test this 1-hour support level, this will just be changed to a 1-hour resistance. But realistically, you guys can see right here, price is not really doing too much. It's just going back and forth. Right here. So there's no entries for us right now. Let's see, iPad said, I think this is Maria, right? Maria, so you said your NinjaTrader is not closing manually the positions. How can I close it? If you need to close your position, there's a button that says close. It's like a big button that says close on, well, I don't know how you're entering your trades, Maria, but if you're entering on the chart like I do, there's a big button that says close on the bottom right. That's how you can close all your positions. There's another button. I mean, if you can tell me where you're trading from, I can tell you like how to close it. On other screens, there's another button that says flatten. So either close or flatten. That's going to be your way to close it out. Albert said, Sean, where it says flatten all, does that close all positions on Replicon? Yes, that is correct. So you can do that too. So say, for example, your trades don't close and you're like confused. You can either click flatten on your Replicon. That's going to close all of your copier accounts. But on your chart app or chart window, if you click close, that's going to close all your positions on your main account. So whatever account you're trading on, that's going to close it. But on your Replicon, that will close all of your copiers. So like for whatever reason, you just want to close your copiers and not your main trade, you can just hit flatten and it'll flatten all your positions. Tradeovate, Patricia. Yeah, use Tradeovate because, well, you can use Rhythmic if you know how to use it. Nobody here really uses Rhythmic, so I don't, I don't know how to use it, so I can't give you any help with fixing your platform. I know other people use it, but I would prefer to use Tradeovate because Ninja Trader owns Tradeovate, so you want to trade within the Ninja Trader platform. And it allows you to log into your trading view. And then also, so if you pick Tradeovate, it costs a little more because you can log into your trading view here and you can also log into your Tradeovate account as well. So there's like 3 different places you can log into. You can log into trading view, you can log into Tradeovate, and then you can also log into Ninja Trader. So it gives you way more options. Maria said doesn't work. All my buttons are freezing. It's kind of weird that's okay. So if that's the case, Maria, you should probably open up Tradeovate. Not sure if your computer might be a little not like it might be. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why your button's freezing. I've never had that issue before. Um, if that's the case, you should be like in some deep profit right now, Maria, because the price is dropping. So what you should do is log into your Tradeovate account. So let me see if I can open it here. All right, so Maria, you probably want to log into your Tradeovate account. I mean, I don't have any positions open, but if you log into your Tradeovate account, let me see if I can log into mine. And then you can just close it, click this button right here. Once you log into your Tradeovate, click exit at marketing and cancel all. If you're still in that sell position from earlier, you should be deep in profit right now if that's the case. This is like the fail-proof way of closing it out if you log into Tradeovate directly. So if you're still having that issue, I've never heard of anybody having their Ninja Trader freeze. So we've never encountered that issue before in the group. But I'd recommend you close it like right now because the news is coming up right here at 7 o'clock. So, and you should be deep in profit because if you're still in the position from earlier this morning or from the PRV entry, the PRV entry happened right here. So you're in profit like 40 points. Yeah, exactly. Shannon said it's a good backup to have your Apex dashboard or Apex or Tradeovate dashboard open to flatten out your positions outside the chart. Yeah, I agree. 100%. Yeah, it might be a connection issue for Maria. I think that's what it might be because I've never seen anybody actually have their application frozen. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha, Patricia. Yeah, what you can do too is you can log into your Apex account and you can flatten it like Shannon just said. So yeah, here's the thing that Shannon said. So just go to the Apex website, Maria, log in. You should be some massive profit right now, Maria. If you're still in that sell position from earlier, I'm kind of jealous that you got stuck in that position. Um, let's see. Um, it doesn't look like you're in any positions right here, Maria, because it looks like it closed out. You only have one account, right? So you sold right here and you closed right there. So it doesn't look like you're in any positions right now. I mean, I could be wrong, but it doesn't look like you're in anything right here. Because if you're in a position, there'd be a line right here that shows that you're in a position. I think you're already out of it. Yeah, you're not in a position, Maria, because you close it right there. Yeah, you're not in a position at all, it looks like. So you made profit there. You made 305. All right. So if you're still, well, it doesn't look like it here, Maria, but if we're, so just go to your Apex account. So go to your Apex account right here, and then go to flatten accounts. Right here, there's a button that says flatten accounts, and this will close everything there, Maria. I mean, I'm giving you all of the solutions here, but I mean, I don't know how else can I help you with it. We gave you the solution with like, I mean, I don't know how else to help because every way that you could have closed, you had all the options. So like you could close hitting that close button. Uh, did you try going onto the Apex website? Because this should work. This is like it's there for a reason. So if you need to flatten all your positions, I don't know, put my login information here because that's the whole reason they have this here. So this is the flatten button right here, and you just click flatten account and it closes all of your positions. All right, Maria, I'll try to, so other people can try to help you in the chat. I'm going to go back to the chart so we don't miss any trades here, but I can't really help you with closing your position because we pretty much gave you all the solutions. You have to either close it through Rhythmic if you're on Rhythmic. If that doesn't work, then you can log into your account on the actual Trade08 website. And if that doesn't work, then you can log into Apex, and that should be the fail-proof way. Like the Apex website should be because that's straight to the source. I got you, Lucas. Here, I'm gonna accept yours right here. There you go, Lucas. You can message me now. And yeah, CC said also if you can also download the phone app too. I mean, Maria, you should be like in some massive profit right now if you're still holding on to that sell. I mean, from your screenshot here, it doesn't look like you're in a position though, so I didn't really see anything there. Oh, because this is what you did, Maria. Okay, I can see what you're doing. So here, Maria, the reason you can't close it is because you're on the wrong account. I just realized. So see over here where it says SIM, you're on the wrong account. That's why you can't close out of it. You have to click on this button right here where it says SIM, and you have to pick your Apex account, and then you can close it. That's why it's not working because you're not on the right account. Because I'm looking over here, it shows that you have an Apex account that's currently running, but you currently have SIM enabled on your chart. So you have to change to your actual account. Drew said she's about to pass it one day. Um, Yeah, Maria, you should try to close your position. You're probably going to pass your apex in like one day, just like Andrew said, because you're in some massive profit right now. No, her trade's on Apex right here, Nick. That's a trade that's actually running. That's why she can't close out of it because she has it toggled onto her SIM account, but her trade's running on Apex. All right, Maria, I'm hoping you can close out of it as soon as possible because you should like you might have passed your account already with like one trade, one good trade, yeah, Jeff, right? There's no official trades here, guys, so don't worry. There's nothing for us to take here. This is the news candle that price dropped down. But if Maria's holding on to that position from earlier, she's like massively in profit, like 120 points. Rex and Maria's about to fly the group to Cali to meet up with that trade. Um, Yeah, no, it's a huge trade. You basically caught like 1,000 pips there or 100 points, like the equivalent, over 100 points. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping you were able to close it, Maria. Or I don't know, maybe you might keep holding on to it. Um, all right, so there's no entries available here. Price is still dropping. It's still going in the direction of our bias for today. Our bias is bearish because of the PRB entry, but there's just no entries here. So in order for us to have an entry, guys, the first thing that we're looking for is we're looking for a V1 pattern on the upside. So we're looking for price to come down, retrace, provide a reversal pattern, and come back down. So something like that, if we get a V1 pattern, we'll draw a structure right there, and then we'll look for something like a double top. Once we get that right there, we can take that for a sell. It's going to be a V1 variation with confluence. If not, then we'll be looking for something like this. We'll look for price to come down, come up, come down further like that. So just two different patterns that we're looking for here. We just don't have the criteria. And guys, just a heads up before we get too late into the session. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have a live session tomorrow. I got to go to the dentist because I got to get some work done on my veneers, and my fiance is going to go get her veneers done too. So unfortunately, I know it's kind of last minute, but I have a little bit of an emergency with my veneers. I have to get some work done because I'm leaving for a wedding this week. So unfortunately, no live session tomorrow, no mentoring session, but we'll be back on schedule on Wednesday. I fly out to Arizona on Thursday, so I think we'll have the live session, and then I might have the mentoring session while at the airport. And then I'll trade from Arizona on Friday. So I'll bring all my laptops with me so we can continue trading while I'm on vacation. Yeah, Brock, exactly. Yeah, no, Brock saw exactly what I saw too. I just thought about it too. Nice. And Maria said she finally closed. She needs to close Ninja Trader. Nicholas made 6,250, or he said that Maria probably made around 6,250. And Drew said all he hears is Santana singing Maria, Maria. Yeah, no problem, Craig. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. Nicholas said, let's get Maddie on the charts tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, Maddie, if you want to host the live session tomorrow, I can turn it on and you can just host it if you like. I don't know if my computer will stay on for like the whole time period, but it should. But yeah, Maddie said maybe. So we'll see. We'll see what Maddie says. I don't know if Maddie's ready to host the live session on his own. I'll be giving updates along the way though. So I'll probably be on my phone and I'll give updates if I see the PRB entry, or Maddie will give updates in the group. We'll see. Maddie said he doesn't have the same patience as me. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to be on these live sessions, answering questions and looking for entries and being able to trade on your own, right? So yeah, live trading is not for everybody. Like when I first started live trading, it wasn't that easy. Like I'd miss a lot of trades and I'd miss a lot of things that I was looking for. But since we've been doing it for years now, it's pretty simple. I could answer questions, I can look for analysis, I can break things down. But it's not it's not an easy task. Gary's asking, Sean, do you mind if I ask how old are you? I am 33, so I just turned 33 last October. And I'm kind of young to be getting veneers, but I was like, whatever, I'm gonna get some veneers. Anyways. But yeah, we're mainly just getting veneers for the wedding though. The veneers are so expensive. Like if I didn't have to get veneers, I wouldn't have gotten veneers. I technically don't need them, but I was like, we might as well have a nice smile for the wedding. Yeah, getting veneers here in the US is super, super pricey. I know a lot of people go to like Colombia to get them done, like within a couple days. For mine, it took like, I think I'm in a 3-month process right now. C6 asked me if I can switch them into gold. Yeah, I mean, probably. Veneers just go over your teeth. Like, it's just like a perfect mold of a tooth, and then it goes right over your tooth. So if I really wanted to get gold, I could get like gold on them. Meg Million said I look 20, bro. That's good. Hopefully I stay looking young. Randy said, did you get your teeth shaved for the veneers? They got slightly shaved, so I still have 80% of my teeth left. I just got the bottom shaved so that they can just pop the veneers in. Thankfully my teeth were already straight, so they just needed to flatten them out so that they can put the veneers on top. All right, guys, so looking at current price right now, we're starting to get a retracement. Again, there's no entries for us here, but I'm still fully focused on the chart. We currently have price kind of swinging up right here. So what we're looking for next is we're looking for price to push up slightly, give us a V1 pattern, and look for something like a double top right there. Right, we're looking for something like a double top right there. That's the one pattern for a V1 variation with confluence. If we're looking for the breakout V3 with confluence, we're going to look for this same thing. Price come up, give a V1 pattern for reversal, and we're going to look for price to come down and come like that. So we have two strategies. Basically, this strategy is for a directional pattern, right? We're looking for price to retrace and come back down. For this pattern over here, for the V1 variation, we're looking for a range. So we're looking for price to go back and forth. So that's why I chose these three strategies for our official entries. The breakout, because the breakout happens every day. The V1 when price is going sideways, and the breakout V3 continuation when price is moving directional. So we pretty much covered like all types of trading, like trading movements during the market, right? Because price is going to do like one of two things, right? It's either going to go sideways and we'll look for V1 variations, or it's going to go directional and we're going to look for breakout V3 continuations. So that's why we stick to these three main strategies. They don't happen very often. They happen maybe like once or twice during the live session. And that's pretty much all we need. We just need two solid entries or even just one solid entry. And if you do that and repeat the process every single day, then it's inevitable that you'll be profitable long term. Wow, so Maria locked in 5,295. Amazing, Maria. What a good way to get locked into your position. So just make sure you're always on your proper position, Maria. I know you're on your sim account now that you figured out how to fix it. That's some pretty good profit for just one trade. So you just need a couple more trades to pass your evaluation. You're on 150K count, so you need to have 1,500, or sorry, 159,000 to pass. You're currently at 155,000, so you need 4 more thousand to pass. That's basically like 3 or 4 more PRB entries, and then you'll pass your challenge. So hopefully you'll pass them by the end of the week. That'll be a game changer for you, Maria, because I know you've been in this game for a while trying to get past. So amazing work right there, Maria. Happy for you. I know you made a good bad mistake, to say the least. So nice work. That's crazy, right? That's crazy, but Maria kind of deserves it. You deserve it, Maria. I know you've been trying to pass your challenges for a while now, especially on FTMO before. The thing I like about like Apex is that the execution times are just they're solid, right? Except for today. Today was like one of the days where I had slippage, but for the most part, it's it looks like everything kind of worked in your favor, Maria. Yeah, Maria said I really passed a very stressed time. So what I'd recommend, Maria, is switch to your sim account and just practice entering and exiting trades, right? Just go to your sim account and just practice, because you don't want this to happen again in the future. Like, and you don't want it to happen in a worse fashion. So just make sure that you practice, so that in the future you don't get, because it was such a simple thing that you needed to fix, right? You just needed to switch from your sim account to your Apex account, but we didn't really even notice that because we didn't look closely. But yeah, that's solid. Tony said the trailing drawdown with Apex sucks. It only sucks if you're not a scalper or day trader. If you're a swing trader, yeah, it sucks. It's gonna be impossible for you to trade on Apex. Apex is meant for scalpers, so it's meant for our style of trading. So it doesn't suck for us because we're in and out of these positions within like minutes, if not seconds, right? So it makes sense. We don't really have a problem with the drawdown because we're out so quickly. If you're holding on to the position for a long time, then yeah, it's going to suck, because if like the crazy thing with this, and I don't know if Reese is here, but yeah, Reese was asking about like, so for example, say you're taking a trade like this, right? 63 points, or say you're taking something like this, like doing a big risk reward is like almost impossible with Apex. So say for example, or it doesn't even have to be it could be something like this. Say for example, you go into profit with a big lot, with a big contract size. So you go into profit really close and then it reverses on you and it closes you right here. You can technically blow your account while in profit. So yeah, I do feel your pain, Tony, when it comes down to like what you just mentioned, because the trailing drawdown does suck if you're a swing trader or if you're a day trader that holds the trade for a really big move. Because for us, we're not really in the situation because we're going for the quicker moves, right? We're going for a move like this. So we almost never go into drawdown. It just goes straight to our TP and then we're good. I'm kind of glad that the trade over here went into drawdown first before it went into profit, because if it went to drawdown, if it went like straight into profit to full TP and then it went to drawdown, we would have had our drawdown eaten up. Right. At that point, we basically would have taken what would essentially be like a double loss. So just keep that in mind. All right, guys. So there's still no entry here, but this is kind of normal because right now the market hasn't really pulled back yet. We're looking for that retracement. I wouldn't recommend anybody chase any trades here because price is already dropping down super heavily and it's due for retracement. If you measure from up here, so we measure from this top point, prices dropped down 300 points. This is about like 3,000 pips in equivalent. So this right here, I mean, it's due for retracement. It's going to have to retrace at some point. Let's see. Tony said he's a scalper. EOD drawdown just less stressful. So how's that a problem then, Tony? Because if you're a scalper, it shouldn't be a problem. If you're scalping, you're going in for like what, 10 points or so. You should be having profit like almost every trade. So you should have no drawdown, just like us. I don't really see it being an issue if you're a scalper. It only becomes an issue when you're like holding on to that position. Like, for example, if you're doing like so if you're doing something where it's like this, right? Say you're doing something that's like a 5-to-1, then in a situation like this, yeah, this would definitely destroy your account because you could be in profit, get really close to your TP, and if it pulls back to your break even, you can still blow your account because you pretty much the drawdown follows. But if you're a scalper like a traditional scalper, you're not taking trades like this. You're taking quick trades, right? Something like that, or even smaller, because you'd be out of your position before it goes into any drawdown. So I don't know. Maybe you scalp differently, but a traditional scalper gets in. That's the whole point of scalping, right? Get in and out quick. You might be more of a day trader if you're going for the bigger risk reward, or if you're holding on to it for more than a couple minutes. Because we're only in these positions for like, I think less than 5 minutes, or not even a minute sometimes. If you guys look at my stats, so let's see, I'll pull up my trade of it. So let's look at my stats from last week. So last week we took a couple trades here. I was in the position for like less than a minute for 28 seconds right here. And then there was one position where I was in it for like 2 minutes. There was one where I was in for like 7 minutes. That was like way too overheld. But for the most part, I'm in the position for like less than, and you can see I have a 100% win rate right here. Made 4,300 last week. No losses. It's pretty solid for the most part. All right, let me just close this real quick. Yeah, it just depends on the trader. You know, it just depends on like how you trade or like how your targets are. Targets are too far out, you're gonna get caught in that trailing drawdown. Once you're funded, it's different though. Like once you're funded, the trailing drawdown stops once you're in profit. So you don't really have a trailing drawdown anymore once you're actually funded. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said once you get funded and have pretty decent cushion in your account, the trailing drawdown isn't as bad. It just mainly sucks on the challenge. I agree. Yeah, 100%, Madhu. Sorry, I thought you were Maddie. You guys are the same color on Discord. You're both red with the M. Yeah, I agree with Madhu. Once you're funded, it's not a big deal because the trailing drawdown stops once you build that cushion, which shouldn't be a problem because I think the first 3 weeks or the first 3 months, you can only withdraw like 7,500 every 2 weeks. So for example, if I'm making like, so say for example, I'm making 5,500 per trade, or I'll go back to the lower risk. So 2,550, it's 2,500, right? But that's per account. Yeah. So for example, if I'm taking, making this much profit per day, and I'll multiply that by like, say 3 trades a week. Say, for example, we have 3 wins a week. That's 3,750 times 2 weeks. So I make a total profit of 7,500. I can only withdraw 2,500 and the rest goes into my cushion. So then I have more drawdown. So I do that minus 2,500. Then I have a 5,000 drawdown cushion. So every 2 weeks, I deposit another 5,000 drawdown cushion, and I don't have drawdown anymore. There's like no drawdown, trailing drawdown because I'm already in profit. Um, X amount of cushion. So yeah, once you get funded, you just have to build that cushion. And once you have to build the cushion, then you don't really have a trailing drawdown because it just caps at I think 155. Yeah, Madhu's right. It's 2,750. I had the numbers wrong. I put 7,500, but it was really 2,750, which is fine. I'm fine with that. So for example, if I'm doing 2,750 times 20 accounts, that's 55,000 every 2 weeks, which I'm perfectly fine with. Times two for that's like 100K a month. So even with just taking the minimal withdrawal, you could still make a pretty good amount. Let's see, Nick is asking V1 correct. I don't see any V1s here. Sorry, Nick, I'm trying to see what you're referring to. I don't know if you're responding to me or responding to somebody else. Amal said we can be conservative until we make 5,000 plus extra at 10, 12 lots. And then once we have a good buffer, we can do 17 contracts. Yeah, that's exactly what I plan to do, Amal. But Vimal's right. Yeah, he's right. So like you can just build your cushion with a smaller contract size. And then once you have no more trailing drawdown, you can just use the max contract. That's going to be crazy because once I'd have 17 contracts, so 17 times 5 times 25, that's 2,125 per trade. So I'm typically making like about 1,250 to 1,500 per trade with 10 to 12 contracts. Once I do 17, you'll be making 2,125 times 20. That's pretty massive for like one day across like, or just one trade, one PRB entry across 20 accounts. Yeah, possibilities. Lots of possibilities there. All right, Lucas, let me check you real quick. So let's see, I know you sent me your login, or not your login, your... Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, all good, Lucas. Yeah, I figured you had access. I was like, I'm pretty sure like there's no way you lose access to it, but it's all good. Glad you got it fixed. All right, guys, we finally have a price retracing up. We currently have a high right here. It's not established as a V1 pattern, but this is typically the time period where the entries start to come in. If you guys have been following me for the past couple of weeks, the market's either been very sideways or it's been very directional to the point where there's no retracement. And then the entry typically doesn't come until around like after 7:30. It's 7:25 right now, so we're 5 minutes till 7:30. And it can be starting to set up for a possible V1 pattern. So again, we're just looking for price to provide a V1 pattern. We're looking for price to retrace up, provide a reversal pattern. And if it wants to range, that's fine. We'll look for entry up here. If not, we'll look for price to swing up and continue down further. So first thing we're looking for is a V1 pattern. We're just looking for that V1 pattern to confirm reversal. Once we have that, we'll look for entry. Man, I forgot what I was going to... Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at the team profits for the day. So looking over here at our team profits, let me just scroll down real quick. We have Gion over here with a total profit of 502 for the day. That's where Gion all wins. Nice. So Kenneth just passed 3 accounts on Apex. Congrats to Kenneth. And then we have Drew over here. He made 19,100 off that trade. So we took that trade for the PRB entry. All wins right there. He made about 2,000 per account. Total profit of 19,100 across all of his accounts. He's now funded 10 accounts on Apex. Nice work, Andrew. Andrew, the dreams are coming true, right? We just talked about this. We were talking about like it'd be crazy once we have like 10 to 20 accounts. Drew's finally funded 10 accounts here on Apex. 10 funded accounts, and yeah, road to 20. Natasha over here, she made 69. She got caught in some slippage earlier, just like me. It's all good, it happens. We have Eunice over here, total profit of 469 for the day. Nice work right there, Eunice. We have Madu over here, total profit of 1,800 on the PRB entry, all wins. We have Casey, total profit of 569 across both of his accounts, all wins as well, that PRB entry. We have Maddie over here, total profit of 5,085 for the day, all wins as well. Nice work, Maddie. Andreas over here, unfortunately, he got caught out. He got stopped out by a pip, and then it came right back down. It's all good. It happens, Andreas. And then lastly, we have Kenneth over here with a total profit of 6,984 across all his Apex accounts. Nice work, Kenneth. All right, guys, solid profit across everybody here. And then Reese over here locked in 878. So yeah, I'm not sure if you're on the live session, Reese, but you are correct. So Reese over here asked me this question. He was asking whether, if price goes up to 24 and it comes back down to stop loss, would his trailing stop be down to 49? And that is correct. Unfortunately, that is the case. Analysis of trailing drawdown sucks, but thankfully it rarely ever happens. Yeah. So Reese is basically asking me about the trailing drawdown, just like what Tony was referring to. If you get really close to your TP and then it reverses on you, then yes, you do get caught with that massive drawdown. Thankfully, it never really happens that way. So I don't think it's something that we really have to worry about too much because my TP stop loss is set in a situation where you're not going to get caught in too far of a movement, right? If you guys are looking at all the PRB entries, if we were going for like a 50-50, then yeah, that'd be the case. In a lot of instances that could happen. But if you're going for a 25-25 like what we're doing, our TP stop loss is so close that it's typically going to go straight to your TP. Right? It's not going to do something like this where it pushes up and then it comes right back down. That's why I've pretty much tested it, months and months and months to determine what's a good TP stop loss, because if it's too big, then you can get caught in the trailing drawdown, or if it's too small, or if it's small enough, you can be able to get out very quickly. All right, so we got the buy signal right here, guys. This is confirming that price is currently in retracement right now. Thanks, Maddie, for the heads up. And now we'll see if this continues to push up, establish a V1 pattern for reversal, and then a continuation back to the downside. All right, if this candle closes red, it looks like we might have a V1 pattern here. Adu said with price being this overextended, would you still be looking for sells around this area? Probably not. I actually want price to push up higher, Madu. Like closer to like maybe the like the level 4 pivot or even level 3. I think that'd be better. But if it does come down, I'll market the structure. I just find it risky, just like you said, because it's just overextended right now. So we have a V1 pattern here that's starting to set up, guys. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said he wants it to touch the sessions and pivot 3. So this V1 pattern here still isn't established. It's just setting up right now, but if price decides to swing back up, then it'll just climb up higher. The ATR is currently 20 right now. So the volatility is actually really high. The candles don't look like they're moving very much, but it's actually moving pretty decent. It's moving like about like 20 points per candle. It's not the best, but it's still moving. Let's see, Eunice is asking, is there a way to view all the profits of all accounts on Tradeovate? I have 2 accounts. When I open Performance Center, I see data for only 1. Yeah, unfortunately, you can only see 1. I wish I could do that too, Eunice, because like, for example, I think I closed mine already. Yeah. So it'd be nice if I can just see all of them here, right? Because I have 8 accounts, but I can only see 1 at a time. So yeah, unfortunately. So I made 600 on this account today. The only way I can show all my accounts, Eunice, is by using the copier. That's why I have that's why I have to show my copier over here with all of these. Yeah, so unfortunately, Kevin over here got in at a bad entry and took a loss. It's okay, Kevin, because if you win tomorrow or the day after, you're going to bounce right back. That's the thing that I like about the PRB entry is that even if you make a mistake or you take a loss or anything like that. So like today, I was ready to take the loss. If I was going to lose that trade, that was completely fine with me because we haven't lost that trade in over a month. So well, applying that strategy. So doing that. So for example, let's see, there was 20 days. So 19 divided by 20, or actually plus the days here. So like 24 divided by 25. So currently the PRB strategy for the month of for this year so far, it's at a 96% win rate. So I was okay with eating the loss today because it hasn't had a loss in all like the whole year. Um, but thankfully trade came right back to profit. So I did make profit on it. But yeah, win rates were high on that. So I think if you guys took the loss today on the PRB, if you got in for bad entry, it's completely fine. You'll just have to bounce back over the next couple days, next couple weeks. Eventually it'll play through. It's just a matter of time until it does. Cool. Yeah, CSUK has a way to track trailing drawdown as well. Perfect. All right, so this high over here got invalidated. This is kind of what we were expecting anyways. I mentioned that this here wasn't established yet. It was just setting up. So price came down, came right back up right here. It's now invalidated and it's pushing up higher, which is fine. I actually want price to push up higher because it's just too low right now. It's super overextended still. And I would prefer it to be a bit lower. Let's see. All right, Miriam, I think, are you on here right now? I'll just respond to you on the Discord. All right, I'll respond to a couple people here on the Discord because there's no entries for us right now. There's another V1 pattern here setting up. So if this candle closes red, we'll have another V1 pattern right there. So basically what we need right here, in order for us to have an actual entry, is we need price to come down a little bit, retrace back up, another V1 pattern, and this will establish a double top. That's like what we're looking for because price is pretty much ranging right now. So that's kind of what we're looking for right here. The other scenario is if we get a sell signal here and it comes down further, in that situation, there'll be another entry for a sell. That's kind of what we're looking at, what we're working with right now. Let's see, question from Jay. Jay's asking, is he currently using Trinivate copier on his iMac? Do you guys know if there's a maximum amount of accounts? So there's a max 20 accounts allowed on Apex, but I believe 100 contracts max execution same time on that copier. Sisu, do you know that? I think you guys were talking about it before. Because I know I don't trade with the trade copier, so I don't know exactly what the maximum is, but I think it's 100 contracts. Yeah, exactly, Sisu. I know you did. Yeah. So it is 100 contracts. Thanks, Sisu, and thanks, Maddie. All right, guys, we currently have a V1 pattern here. We have a pending sell signal. This could be setting up for a breakout V3 continuation. If anybody is looking to take it here, I'll have to analyze it once the actual entry is set up for me to decide whether I think it's okay to take, in my opinion. So we have it pending right here. If it keeps pending for like the next couple candles, it's not a good sign, because if it's pending for that long, it just indicates that there's not enough power for price to push down. So we'll watch it here. The candle looks like it's not going to close with the sell signal. All right, so no sell signal there. There goes the first one. We'll continue following it here. And then we'll see if this one actually closes. So again, if it keeps pending like that, it's not going to be the entry that I really like to take, because it just shows that there's not enough power for price to push down. And you really want that volatility to just, swing its way to the downside. So we have two pending sell signals right now. Yeah, Maddie said the sell signal needs to close on this candle or the next. If not, it's a little risky and momentum isn't enough for it to push down. Yeah, and I agree with you 100%, Maddie. So this might close invalid. This is where it's going to get tricky too, because there's going to be a V1 pattern right here on the bottom. You're basically getting double reversal patterns. Yeah. So there we go. It's tricky right here. Price is pretty much ranging. Well, I mean, it's a pretty clear range now. Or not even range. I would consider this consolidation. So we'll see if this red candle breaks below. If it breaks below, then this low will be invalidated, and it'll just keep dropping lower from this point. Yeah, Patricia said not touching this, it's going to shoot up. Yeah, I agree with you too, Patricia, because it's not like right here, it's just going to consolidate, and then eventually it's going to blast either up or it's going to blast down, right? You don't really want to take a trade like that. You don't want to take a trade that's iffy like this. And I agree with Patricia there too. Like she said that, she's not touching it because it's going to shoot up. And I could see that happening too, because you're getting a double reversal right here. You got a reversal from the top side, a reversal from the bottom side. It's going to consolidate for a minute before it ends up breaking out. It's going to break out to the top side or to the bottom side, one or the other. Yeah, Martha said that's what she's waiting for as well. So we have the sell signal right here. If this candle doesn't close red, then there's not going to be a breakout V3 continuation here. It's not looking like it's going to close. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, Johnny here entered late as well. So guys, just remember, if you guys are taking the PRV entry, you guys have to like really focus and listen to my analysis like when it's coming up, because when it came up, and here goes the I mean, I'm not going to take the trade here. If you guys want to take it, feel free to take it. I'll mark it up for you guys right here. It's just not in a good area to trade in. This thing kind of came down at the last second. If you guys saw earlier when we were watching this candle was like way up here. I thought it was going to close green and then spike down like at the last couple of seconds. So if you guys want to take it, I mean, you guys can put a pending order right there and just catch it as it swings back down. I'm not going to take it though. And there he goes, it swings back down. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits TP. But I thought this candle was going to close green. I was watching it until like the very last like 10 seconds. And I was like, okay, this is not going to close. So I just, yeah, and it fucking hit, of course. I don't know if anybody caught that. If you guys caught that, great work. I didn't take it, so it's not going to count as an official entry for me. Maddie caught it. Nice work, Maddie. Yeah, Maddie. So for this candle right here, did you know it was going to close red, or did it like spike down at the last second? Because I remember I was watching it and I thought it was going to close green. That's why I didn't even bother looking at it. Gotcha. Okay, so you were looking on Tradeovate. Yeah, because when I was looking at this earlier, the candle was way up here and it came down like at the last second. Here, let me see. I'll just go back and review that. So let's just go over here real quick. I'll go back to the previous candle. I'll go down to the 10-second candle. Yeah, so you guys can see over here, the candle didn't start coming down until like 7:40 or the 40 seconds of the minute. So we were watching it right here and price was like super high up and then it started coming down like the last 10, 20 seconds. It's all good. So if you guys caught it, nice work. That was the entry that we were looking for. So this is a pattern that we pretty much we're looking to identify, guys. We had a V1 pattern over here. This confirmed the reversal. Then we had momentum over here. This is the directional type strategy. Price kind of came down a little bit, traced up slightly, came down further, and went straight down. So if you guys caught it, nice work. Yeah, Eunice caught it over there. He put a self stop, like I mentioned. Maddie over there caught it for a full TP. Oscar got in for a full TP as well. He got it for a discount. Nice work, guys. Yeah, if you guys have more profit to post that, feel free to send them in. It just wasn't a clean entry in my opinion, so I didn't. That's why I didn't take it. I'm not going to count it as an official entry because obviously I didn't take it. The only entries that count as official are the ones that I take myself. So the only trade that's going to count today is going to be the PRB entry. So you guys can see, even though we have other entries here that see. Yeah, so other than that, there's nothing else right now. So we'll continue looking for more entries here, but there's just nothing else here for me to take. Johnny caught it as well. Nice for Johnny. Yeah, so if you guys have profits to post up, feel free to send them in. Looks like you might have recouped some of that loss from earlier, Johnny. Nice work. Andreas too. So Andreas here caught it, recouped some of his loss. He's only down like 3,000 now, which is not that bad. Nice work right there, Andreas. Eunice over here locked in a total profit of 838 for the day. Nice work, Eunice. Great work there. Maddie over here, total profit of 9,950 across all of his accounts. Nice work, Maddie. Two full TPs for the day. And he's good. It's getting close to 8 o'clock, so I don't know if we'll have any more entries here, guys. So again, like I mentioned, for you guys who are participating in the mentoring group, the PRB entry is probably going to be the best entry to take for the day because you're either going to have to sit on this live session towards the end of closer to 8 o'clock for you to find an entry. And if this starts to mess with your trade psychology, it's going to be tough, right? So if you just want to take that one entry a day, I think you'll be solid. And but if you can control yourself, then continue to stay on and take more entries as they come up. So two official entries for the day, which would be um, the breakout B3 continuation right here, and then the PRB entry that happened earlier today. Yeah, Hawk said he lost on the PRB because of bad entry, but he caught a small profit on the V3. Nice work, Hawk. So that should be solid because that would give you some cushion to pretty much recoup some of your losses from that earlier trade. So let's see if there's anything else over here. Let's see, is Miriam on here right now? Let me just respond to Miriam real quick. All right. All right, Mary. I'm not sure if you're here on the live session, but I'm not going to be able to get on later today. I can help you during the mentoring session if you're going to be on. We'll be getting on the mentoring session soon after this. So I just need to take a little break, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll be back on for the mentoring session. So I'll try to help you log on to there. I don't know what your issue is with logging in, but I'll try to help you with it if you can kind of give me some details, because I didn't really get a follow-up from you yesterday when I was waiting for you to kind of break down what your issue is. But yeah, I think you're on here, Miriam. So if you're going to be on the mentoring session, we can discuss it there. But I'm not going to be able to get on later today because my day is already starting late because I have to get on the mentoring session with you guys, and then I got a bunch of stuff to do after, and I'm not going to be available at 5. All right, guys. So there's not really much entry available here. Let me just zoom out a little bit. So we had the entry over here for the breakout, or sorry, for the breakout V3 continuation. Price is coming down right here. Jeff mentioned a momentum pullback scalp. So price came down right there, retraced up. Momentum pullback scalp would have happened at this level right here and a full TP. Not sure if anybody caught that. This isn't one of the official entries, but this used to be one of our official strategies that we used to apply. I just kind of took it off because it took up too much. Hey, it's hard to apply more than 3 strategies at once. So if you guys took the momentum pullback scalp, it happened right here. This is what Jeff just mentioned. Price came down. There was a sell signal, retraced at this candle right here. Never came up to fill right here. Price came back up again right here, and then it filled right here on this entry. So price came down, retracement, entry happened at the next 10 level, and it came right back down to full TP right here. So yeah, Jeff didn't take it, but he did identify it, which is good, Jeff. I mean, it's fine. You can identify it, if this is something that you want to be good at, because I think it's a great strategy. The momentum pullback scalp is a great strategy to apply. It's just if you're applying like 4 strategies, it becomes difficult, right? Unless you've mastered all 4 of them. So it's all good. Let's see, William said he lost 2,400 on the PRB, recovered 1,058 on the recent sell. It was a bit of a revenge on the first loss. Yeah, no, which is all good. Well, like I mentioned to you guys yesterday during the orientation for the mentoring group, this is a month to make mistakes, right? Make all the mistakes that you want this month so that by next month you'll be able to control that FOMO, and you won't be revenge trading anymore. So yeah, exactly. William said the way to be better is to be honest. Yeah, and that's really what it is. You just got to be real with yourself. I feel like a lot of people make mistakes and they try to hide it, and that just makes things worse. So, all right, guys, it's getting close to 8 o'clock. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up, and then we will get back on the live in the next like 5 minutes or so for the mentoring session. So if you guys want to sit in on the mentoring session, I'm not going to post a link in the Discord because I don't want people to get spammed with, with YouTube links. But if you guys want to sit in on the private mentoring session, I won't be answering questions for you guys there. But if you guys want to sit in, just make sure that you go to the YouTube channel, click on YouTube right here, youtube.com/Kodi Kai Trades, and make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications, because whenever I go live, I won't send out the link, but if you're subscribed and you have your notifications turned on, YouTube will send you an email when I go live. And I'm going to be going live twice a day for the mentoring session. So if you guys want to sit in and just watch and see what we discuss, feel free to hop on. But I'm not going to be answering. I'm not going to be looking at the YouTube because it's a private mentoring session just for the mentoring group. So we have another V1 pattern here setting up, guys. So if you guys are looking for another entry, there might be another one setting up, but it's getting close to 8 o'clock. So once it hits 8 o'clock, that is the cutoff. And I no longer look for trades after 8 o'clock. Nice. CT took the MPS as well. So nice work, CT, on catching that there. All right, we have some more profits over here. So we have Shannon with a total profit of 262 for the day. Nice work, Shannon, on her new account. Cam over here said took a loss on the PRV on one account, managed to get positive on the day though. So he took one loss for the day, total profit of 2,000. 150 with a net profit of 850 for the day. Nice work, Cam. Good recovery on that trade. Eunice over here. So he had 2 wins. And we'll cover this during the live session. But yeah, thanks for sharing it here. Or we'll cover this during the mentoring session, but thanks for putting it here too. So if you guys are part of the mentoring group, this is what your journal should look like, guys. So Eunice over here took 2 trades, took one on Monday. And this one was also Monday, but he just put the wrong date. It's okay. You can just change that. So he took the PRB and the breakout V3, took a markup of his entry, and he put notes over here, when he closed out. This is exactly how your guys's trading journal should look like. So nice work, Eunice. Total profit of 18 points for the day. So 180 pips, 18 points. That's equivalent to, let's see. So I don't know what contract size you took, but if you took a 12 contract times 5 times 18, you made a total profit of 1,080 if you took a 12 contract size. Nice work, Eunice. And then we have CT over here with a total profit of 2,691 per account. So all wins here as well. Nice work, CT. Gotcha. Eunice took a 10 contract per trade. So doing the math there, 10 times 5 times 18. Total profit of 900 for the day. Nice work, Eunice. All right, guys. So there might be a breakout V3 continuation setting up right here. We have the V1 pattern. This is a reversal. So price came down, swung up, provided a reversal pattern right here. There's a pending sell signal here, setting up for a breakout V3 continuation, just like this entry. But it looks like it's probably either going to close invalid or it's just not going to close at all. So I think we'll just wrap this up, guys. There's no need to stay on here for too long because this is just going to cause you guys to FOMO into a trade, which we don't want to happen. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, if you guys are part of the mentoring group, I will meet up with you guys in about like 5 minutes. Just give me a few minutes to take a break. I will post a link over here in the mentorship group, and I'll see you guys here in a few. So yeah, go ahead and bring whatever questions you guys have. Miriam, if you can hop onto that too, we can try to help you with your login situation. And then we'll cover all the trades. So if you guys want to sit down on that, we're going to do 3 things during that session. We're going to review the official trades. We're going to review trades that we didn't take, which I don't think there were any today. We're going to review any other entries that anybody identified, like maybe the momentum pullback scalp entries that came up. And then we'll review any questions. So if you guys want to sit in on the mentoring group session, you guys are more than welcome. I'm just not going to answer any questions from the YouTube. My main focus is going to be with the mentoring group in the Zoom. So, all right, guys, if you guys want to sit in on that, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Otherwise, if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up for the day. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys.